All right, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Two Dudes podcast. I'm Rick, that's Kevin, and we got some good content coming for you today. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, trying to make the best of life.
Hey, I hear you. Check it out. Since we got a lot to get through today, I'm gonna start with this. I don't know if you saw the whole Prince Harry Meghan Markle thing, the Oprah Winfrey interview.
I heard about it, didn't watch it.
Yeah, so, no shock here. Apparently, there's some racism going on in the United Kingdom, just like there is in the United States and everywhere else. The funny part was, well, it's not really funny, but she said a lot of it was coming from the royal family, and they waited a good long time before they replied to those accusations. And it has a lot to do with not just her being black, but the fact that the baby is half black. And I guess what I found to be the telling tale in all this was 12 countries where the queen is sovereign, they did not play the part where they talked about the racism that was going on inside the palace. Tells me everything I need to know.
I I don't even know what to say because it's like, why are we acting surprised? Are we really surprised by this? I'm not. It's like I told a friend last night. The royals should be mad at themselves because for one, your hierarchy is set up stupid. This woman has spit out two boys, bang bang. Only the oldest matters. The youngest is like a side baby that they just found out about. He doesn't matter any way, shape, or form. He could literally go live on a farm. They wouldn't give a fuck. They would just cut him a check. But since he wants to be in the military, he gets attention. He moves up the ranks like he's the greatest of all time. And, oh, he's this. Look at him. Look at him. Okay, whatever. Then you look up. He decides he want to start dating. Dated the whitest of the white chicks when that first chick looked. They got rid. She was whiter than your beard. That's saying something. Got rid of her. Then he decides he want a little dark meat. Now all of a sudden it's an uproar. But here's the problem. Why you let him scan the bed with this nigga and everything? Oh, my bad. This mulatto, this half nigga. You let him out here mixing up with this mellow yellow ass nigga with her. You think it ain't gonna last. You see it's gonna last, then it becomes a problem. In my personal opinion, when you start dating, out the gate, you be like, hey, we need to talk for a second. These are the guidelines and rules that you must abide by if you decide to get married. So when Megan was on that, I can't believe this, I can't believe that. Did you forget he was royalty, bitch? Did you forget? What part made you forget that he was somebody of stature just without a title? He's like
I
that
don't
one
I don't
homie
think
that
she
should have done
forgot
from
that
day
he was
one.
royalty. I don't think she forgot that. I think she just wasn't expecting the family to clap back as hard as they did because he didn't treat her that way. So I don't blame her at all because if I go into a relationship with somebody and I'm treated a certain way, I expect their family to treat me that way too.
I don't know why. What world you live in?
I live in a world where
Everybody's
my
different.
I live in a world where my mama raised me right. She raised me to respect everybody. Thereof and therefore I come from that kind of family. I expect that.
I look at it like this. Everybody's different. And when you got money, you feel a certain kind of way. They have money. So they're going to feel a certain kind of way. And she definitely was to the left of everything. So therefore, she wasn't wanted or welcome.
Let me back you up on that last part. They got money, need not apply because Don Lemon made a hell of a response to that the other day. And his quote was, racism is racism, whether you live in a shack or a palace.
Yeah. But the thing is, they have something that's bigger than racism. They have entitlement. They're entitled to treat her a certain way because there's been no one black in the forefront of everything. So therefore, they're gonna act how they act. There's no one that's been there to make them be this way or that way. And
Hey,
somebody
I like how
don't
you
be
put
that
that out.
black. Imagine if he would have dated Venus or Serena, a full black from Compton, no less. You know what I'm saying? This is really like some, ironically, if you think about it, this some coming to America type shit. If you really think about it. Only problem is there's no one that's gonna flip the script and change the rules.
That is true. Closet racism, you know, it's not just white too. It's black, and it's from every corner of the world. And one of the things I hate most is we as black people always cry about segregation, yet we want our own thing over here. Once you introduce segregation of any kind, you've become the racist. You've become the monster that you are trying to fight. And people
Yeah,
need to get over that.
you know, you have people say all the time, we should go do this, we should do that. Hey, go by yourself. I ain't going.
Exactly.
I ain't about to start over and redo plumbing and shit like that and a whole village. I didn't do that when I was born in 78. I ain't gonna do that in 2035 or whatever. Y'all can go have your own. We have people fight so we could be amongst everybody. Why all of a sudden we gonna go revert to what they did that we hate? How much sense does that make? That makes none at all. But at the same time, the Royals, when people fail to realize, have they changed since the 1900s? No. Have they changed since the 1800s? No. They are still the same they was when they were first created. So to think it's going to be something different is real asinine and ludicrous on everybody's part who watched it and who felt that way. I give over props for coming out and reminding everybody I'm still the greatest. She snatched that interview up. I mean, granted, they cost $7 million.
You know what? Here's my thing. And I know that the other brother's already married and all that, but I'm going to need a chocolate invasion of the entire royal line. That way, a chocolate invasion.
We just need chocolate desserts. That ain't happening, bro.
No, bro. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if we get more black people intermingled in that royal line, and all this shit goes away.
Ain't happening unless they giving out chocolate desserts. They not gonna see a chocolate anything. There's about to be a chocolate kid coming that has no value. Well, he ain't chocolate. He just mellow yellow. He has no value. So it's just that's never gonna happen. They probably gonna put a rule we don't know about saying no more blacks allowed. No blacks in the champagne room. They can work for us. They can serve us. They can be royal wipers. They can't be royal.
That may be true. But as with all older people, eventually you got to die, and we'll leave it up to the youngsters.
But before we get off there, let's just for a quick second, I know we trying to do this quickly. Let's give Oprah props for getting this interview over everybody in, you know, broadcasting or whatever, doing it on CBS, not her channel, and getting CBS to pay them $7 million for the interview. Well, you know, at some point, it'll be on people will watch it again, feeling they forgot something. Because probably originally it'll air on CBS. Then from there, it'll be on OWN and other stations. And she probably got a hefty check for doing it.
So what you're telling me is Oprah is spelled P-I-M-P.
Exactly. Props to her on that. Damn everything else. She done made another network come out $7 million while she do the interview. And she getting all that. Because I rather do CBS. I saw the little logo in the corner. Ain't one person mentioned CBS. All they mentioned is Oprah. Can you imagine the streaming and the rush to her site and the search engines that had Oprah in it the past couple of days because of their interview?
Hey, not only is she keeping relevant, she making that money.
That's what I'm saying.
Making it happen.
You made that money off of it, and your girl Gail is there to go big up the fact you did the interview to her colleagues.
Damn, I forgot Gail was on CBS still.
Yeah, she on CBS in the morning. So you know Monday she was like, you see my girl in there jabbing, throwing them butt. So I'm just like, all said and done, yeah, we got to talk to Megan and whatever Opie name is. But Oprah really won when it's all said and done.
Yes, she did.
Gotta give her props on that.
I want to move away from racism, but it's one more thing. Papa John came out and said that Well, I guess he's now the previous owner of Papa John's. He's just the Papa
He's
John's
still
founder.
fucking paid by him.
He said that he has been working to get the N-word out of his vocabulary for the last 20 months. So my question to you is, how much of that is him having a fake ass apology, and how much of it is really real? Because if you really wanted it out, it shouldn't have been there 20 months ago, should it?
See, here's where you're missing the underline of it all. He showed he's a dumbass. Why would you say it's taking me 20 months to get the word nigga out of my mouth? That lets me know you said nigga more than just when you got caught. That lets me know nigga was a part of your vocabulary like hi.
Well, that's what I just said. That's
Okay,
why I
you
asked.
saying hi nigga, hey nigga. So it's one of the things to where you're trying to get your placement back. Let's be real. You helped create Pizza Hut. Then you was there, got paid. You felt like Pizza Hut didn't give you good cheese, you left. Then it took you a while, you came over Papa John's. There is no third pizza to create that's gonna put you back in that spot. You ain't, if anybody you ain't gonna remove Shaq. There is no, as Dwight Howard, you ain't removing Shaq. He gonna be where he be. He probably about to be the first player in the NBA that's got 2 statues. Because you know Orlando's gonna give him one at some point. You ain't removing him out of your seat that he gladly took when they paid him to bring the company back to the forefront. So it's just, I don't know if he's trying to get his name back out there, hoping somebody will, hey, we need you, come help us with this. But it ain't gonna happen. He need to hang it up and just, he told on himself. You don't let everybody know you every 2 words was nigga, 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 nigga. You probably love Harlem Nights much as they say nigga. You know what I'm saying? He watching all Eddie's movies. All Eddie's movies say nigga. That's what he doing. He just at home. Hey, nigga, what we eating for today? Well, hey, nigga, I was school today. That lets me know he's saying nigga too much. Talking about it took him 20 months. And we got your vocabulary in 20 months. Really? That just sounds as not to take you damn near 2 years to get rid of word. It should be easy as out of sight, out of mind. But he like
see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. It's not an apology. It's just, hey, help me get back in the public eye.
He just need to be like most white actors. Date your black woman.
All right, so moving away from that, we talked about this the first and the second time. Stimulus checks look like they're coming back for a third round.
Mm-hmm.
2 things on that. Some of the Democrats from the Senate said that they don't like the idea of us having stimulus checks simply because people are going to save their money rather than put it back into the economy.
Yeah.
And then part of them, and this is the part that really pissed me off, they were saying that a lot of people in America don't need this extra money anymore. That's where I think that I'm gonna call BS on that, because there's a lot of people, and these politicians are out of touch. They're making 6 figures, walking around in suits all day long, while the everyday man is out in the mud doing his thing every day for peanuts, for a percentage of what these politicians make. So yeah, not everybody needs the stimulus check, but don't go around saying that America doesn't need it because A, they're not going to spend it, or B, they make enough money as it is. Who are you to say who makes enough money for real when you're part of the 1%ers?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's one of those things to where for me personally, I usually don't trip off money. As far as like, I still haven't got my tax return from last year. If it's supposed to happen, it's cool. If it don't, whatever. You know, I'm not going to trip off free money, you know what I'm saying? Or however everybody want to say it. I'm supposed to get 2,800 or whatever. I would love for it to come. Consider my financial state right now, it will help out tremendously. But at the same time, I'm not going to lose my shit over it and say who deserves this, who deserves that. If you want the economy to grow, you really got to go with these companies about these jobs. I literally yesterday well, day before applying for a job with say TMC. We'll say TMC. You should know which hospital that is. With TMC, the position then there mirrored everything I did at the Q. A little different here, a little different there. But for the most part, wasn't nothing that I couldn't do. So the ex talked to a friend of hers. A friend of hers was like, hey, well, if you ever see anything, I work for TMC, just let me know. And I know all the recruiters for some damn reason. And I had them pull his application. So I get told that on Sunday. And I was like, oh, I just literally applied for something last week. That's crazy. And when I get to the crib, I'll send you the name of what I applied for. We'll go from there. Literally got home Sunday, found what I applied for, sent her the name of the job. Yesterday, got a text back saying, oh, well, they liked it, but his degree doesn't match the degree they're looking for. So therefore, they're going to pass on it. So you're going experience versus degree. You know what I'm saying?
I can't stand that. That's one of the biggest arguments I have. I mean, if you know all the ins and outs of something and somebody else comes along and they don't know half of what you know, but they have a piece of paper that just says that they got a little bit of education, and don't even get me started on education, because these days book knowledge ain't shit compared to street knowledge.
And the simple aspect of, the CRO world, you don't go to school for that. You fall into it. You don't go into school for that at all.
Exactly.
Find me one person that their major is CRO.
You're not going to find anyone. They'll just say, oh, such and such has a business major. They're qualified. Really?
They ain't got shit to do with developmental. So it's just like, for them to say that my poli-sci is what's denying me was real asinine. I'm like, he telling me you see 5 years worth of experience, but he was good. So I saw the degree. Next person, you got this degree that's one of the ones you got something that says science of this, but it got really nothing to do with nothing. I mean, if we want to be technical, mine's a Bachelor of Arts of Science. It say science on it. Does that matter? You know what I'm saying? So it just, if they really want this economy to do better, they have to bring down the requirements as far as buying a house in some regards, and they need to talk to these companies about these jobs, because me personally, I'm gonna want experience over anything.
Right.
Because you was in CRO longer than me, so you got a few more years experience than I got. And if it's us going for the same gig,
you know what though? Technically, we were in it the same amount of time, because I was in a couple years before you, but you were in a couple more years after I left.
But at the same time, you moved around more than I did, though. I would hire you because, okay, he's got a little more experience than him. I'm gonna fuck with him. I'm not gonna say, oh, well, you ain't got the degree. I'm past that. That happened to my aunt working City of Olathe. I heard another guy going for the payroll manager spot. She got 20 years of experience working with that program, this and the third. Dude, fresh out of college, he just got the degree. How you get a degree in payroll management is beyond me or whatever. But he had a degree, no form of skill, no nothing. Ain't had a day one on the job. They gave it to him.
You know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to go online and create my own university and give myself my own degree. Can't anybody argue with it?
You damn near could.
People go online every day, and in 5 minutes they can become a minister.
That is true. That is very true. Yeah, so it's just, and that's one thing I think, like when you're in bankruptcy, they should have programs set to where once you say you do a Chapter 7, once you go to court, it's over and done with. All right, 6 months, stay clean, no credit cards and the third. Come 6 months in a day, we're going to enroll you in this class to get you financially smart, and we're going to bridge you toward a new house, new car, whatever one you're trying to purchase. It's like they need to have stuff like that in place for people. Because what's going to happen? You put that in place, bankruptcy is going to go down. People are going to be more focused because they're not going to want to do that. Because what does Americans hate? We hate to be told what to do. So if you do some shit like that on bankruptcy, that's gonna change it big time.
Yeah, that's true. All right, bro. You mentioned it earlier, Coming to America. Have you seen the new one?
Yes, it did. Saw it last Thursday.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
At first, I had it at a 2. I haven't rewatched it, but I've heard other people's comments and stuff, and it made me think back to it. And my value of it changed. So I say, you said a scale of 1 to 10, right?
Yeah.
I give it a strong 7. What I will say is, one, I think Eddie learned he can't do this again. You can't have a movie where you try and invite all the current comics that you like to put them in a movie. Unfortunately, it just, that ensemble type cast doesn't always work. Like Death at the Funeral with Martin and Chris Rock, that worked. That was Chris Rock, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I believe.
I think it was
so what you're saying is it was like the 1996 Portland Trailblazers. You can't have 5 stars in one ball.
That was petty. I wish Nelson was on here for that. But yeah, in some regards, because like it didn't. Sometimes the pieces didn't fit, or it felt rushed to where it didn't fit. But what I like though is see if I still got it on my phone. I had this sent to me last night, and it made me give Eddie props for the movie that much more. I'm at a dating app just got sent to me. That ain't happening. Let me see, where is it? So I had a friend last night send me what they had read about Coming to America too. And so they put 10 reasons why Coming to America was a good movie compared to what, you know, in the words of Papa John's, what niggas wanted to see. It says Akeem knowingly walked away from his son. That's what people wanted to see. They didn't want to see him go back and find the son. They wanted him to do the typical nigga shit. They wanted to see Mary was the name of his mom, the son's mom.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see Lisa and Mary fight. They want to see Akeem's son Lavelle selling dope, not game tickets. They want to see a light-skinned person come to the rescue and not Hakeem save himself. They wanted Hakeem's daughter name was Mika in the movie. They wanted to see Mika chase after a dude versus want to be the king because she was the oldest. She was like his son, even though she was a daughter. Yeah. And she felt that she should be entitled to run the country. So they stand here. People didn't like it because they wanted to see her be a thought chasing after a king instead of trying to be the king. I was like, that makes sense to me. Then they didn't like see that, you know, Akeem had it all together, figured out, you know, got the third. They want to see Lisa thotting around and chasing different people. They didn't want to see the father and son come together. They wanted the rejection to last longer. And they wanted to see his son just sleeping with everybody versus trying to be the new king or whatever. And then they just wanted to see violence to where Akeem actually killed Wesley Snipes' character. Now, what I will say though, one thing I will say is bad about the movie is Wesley Snipes shouldn't have been in the movie. He was poorly cast. If the movie would have been done some years ago, this is what I think is the 2 flaws in the movie. Even though I like the Jermaine guy who played the son, he wasn't built to carry the movie. That's not him. Wesley Snipes, that character, that wasn't him. It seemed odd and just awkward. If this movie would have been done some years ago around Soul Plane time, Kevin Hart could have played the son. He'd have been good at it. Dave Chappelle could have played Wesley's character. Or Michael Blackson, who was in the movie, should have played Wesley's character. I think he would have been better. and then we could have just found anybody to play Michael Blackson's part. But I think Michael Blackson should have played Wesley Spot. But since Michael Blackson is a little controversial, I think he was a little too much to be on the forefront like that. He's cool to give him a snippet here, and then Rick Ross had to go promote his book. He got Rick Ross's lines, so he's a good little snippet there. But to give him continuous dialogue throughout the movie with all the stuff he be doing, that would have been a little hard to swallow for people. I wouldn't have cared, but the conservative America who don't like him having OnlyFans and stuff like that, they would have had a problem with that. His IG page, and like he said before, these chicks paying him decent money. So we talking thousands just for him to repost or do a video and take pictures with them and put it on his page and they put it on theirs or whatever. Most people don't like that, so that would have probably been a hard sell to give him that role. So I get it.
Yeah, okay. I'm still going to check it out because, you know, I'm intrigued, especially now after hearing your review on it. So it's definitely going to be worth a watch. But next up for me is
it was a positive movie. It was funny. I don't regret it. Honestly, I don't think it was anything you got to rush to see. If Blockbuster was still here, it would be a straight to Blockbuster movie. I don't think it was made or built strong enough to where it should have went to theaters. And everybody's like, oh, Ryan Coogler wanted to do it, and the dude who do Boondocks, he wanted to do it too, Aaron McGruder. I don't see how they could have made it to where it needed to go to theaters, or I don't see where they could have took it. But you know, there's always ways you can take it you don't realize it. But what I will give them credit for, and if you don't mind me telling you, because you probably still gonna watch it regardless.
Oh, spoilers don't hurt me.
Okay, so the biggest surprise to me is Eddie went the nigger route on how he had a son. And that truly surprised the hell out of me. So, you know the scene when they at the club?
Yeah.
So they CGI'd it and brought it back to where they went back to that time or whatever. But it was just Arsenio. They were still running the clip of Eddie or whatever. And so Simi was like, because James Earl Jones in his bed, he was like, I don't have a son. And he was like, yes, you do. We figured you would have took care of it by now. He was like, how can I take care of what I don't have? So then Simi was about to sneak out, and he was like, Simi, tell him what happened. So he was like, they had been there 2 weeks. He was horny. He wanted to get some. You know, he ain't had his roll wipers. You know, he ain't had his bathers to get his daily shot off. Remember, Simi got treated the same way in some regards. So he was like, they was there. He got tired of looking at chicks, but he knew in order for him to get some, he had to find a chick to keep Hakeem busy or whatever. So he slides out to the bar, and we've all been here before. I know you have. I know I have. He goes to the bar, and he finds 2 chicks. And this was so disrespectful. They only show the one chick right here. They show Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones and her friends there. So they talking or whatever. And this motherfucker, to make sure they do it, he's telling all the secrets. So Leslie Jones is like, oh, if he a prince, I'll definitely get down with him. You ain't got to worry about that. I'll sleep with him. I got him covered. So he's at the bar talking to them. And again, I'm laughing because the chick next to Leslie Jones, they never show her face. Never show who she is. Now, let's remember, Leslie Jones is like 6'5". Eddie's what, maybe 6 foot?
Yeah.
So she's big as hell regardless. They speed it up to where they had the bars in the third. They've been drinking. They go back to the apartment, to their apartment. They go back. Eddie and them go back to their apartment. The one that they had just gave to old boy because they wanted a trash looking spot. So they show Arsenio going off in the room with the chick closing the door. Still never showed her face. Never showed her face once. Eddie's sitting there, and what happens? Leslie Jones turns around, and she's smoking a blunt. Blowing smoke in Eddie's face. Remember, he's from Zamunda. He don't know what weed is. He don't know anything about it. So what happens to Eddie? He gets high as a kite. And he goes, so if Sammy's on, he goes, hold on. I remember this. He said, I remember that there was a lot of smoke in the room and the walls got to spin. I didn't know what was going on. Next thing I know was a hippo or a buffalo or something jumped on me. It wouldn't get off of me. It just kept bouncing on me until then he looked and saw Sammy. Told him, Sammy, and then he jumped and started whooping Sammy's ass or whatever. Now, one, I can't believe Leslie Jones let them call her a buffalo or whatever. But then when he's talking about it, she jumped on, she straddled him, just bouncing up and down or whatever. I was like, okay, that was funny. But that was real nigga-like. You know, you take one for the team. Yeah, man, I'll holler at her friend or whatever. We're going, okay, all right, I entertain it. We go back to the crib. Y'all drinking or you smoking or you doing both? And sometimes you pass out together, but sometimes you end up getting down because you done took one for your home. We've all been there before. That's happened.
Yeah, that's true.
So I couldn't believe they took the nigga way out doing that. That messed my head up. I was like, wow, they really just did that. So that was probably the most niggerish part of the movie.
I'm glad they were real with that. Hey, before we close it out, I want to talk to you about St. Patrick's Day because it's such a lovely day.
When is it?
Wednesday, the 17th. Do you know what makes this St. Patrick's Day so lovely?
What?
Free agency begins.
Yes.
Now, I got two questions for you. One is about a free agent and one's about somebody that just got locked down. Dak Prescott, is he worth 4 years and $160 million? And also, who do you think is going to be the biggest surprise in free agency?
Okay. The way I see it, I really don't know who's going to be the biggest free agent wise because I really just don't even know who's out there for real free agents, you know, who's out there. I'm seeing people get hit with franchise tags or whatever. I got to see who's actually out there. I'm still on the Deshaun Watson watch. That's what I'm worried about. I want to know where he goes. I think he's going to determine a lot of free agencies, as sad as it may be. A lot of teams are going to hold their money and they ain't trying to spend their chips until they know where he going. So I'm more on the free agent wise, I'm more on the Deshaun Watson watch than I am anything. Now, as far as Mr. Prescott, you damn right he earned that money. What does he have to play with? You know, his running back can't stay healthy. His running back can't stay consistent. He just got a receiver last year in Cooper, or year before, mid-year. But even Cooper, like a T-shirt, he fades in and out sometimes. Then the other receiver, you know, it's like he literally got a set of receivers fade in and out. Then his go-to target and his tight end decided to retire to go to the booth just to come back to be a Raider to retire again. So he has no targets. He's earning that 35.5 a year he gonna get at the 120. He should get that. But what I like about it, he literally, for Quincy Carter, all the other black quarterbacks, Rodney Peete, all the other black quarterbacks that played for the Cowboys, he bent Jerry Jones over and fucked him, and I appreciate it. You know, Jerry got to give him $75 million for the first year.
Yeah.
So 75 for the first year, then probably he'll get 25 second and third equal his bonus, his guaranteed money. Then what happens? You're going to rip up that contract and give him another one because he's probably still going to be balling and he's going to be young. So this one in AGS going to say, did he really win? I said, yes, he got a 4-year deal with no option. Jerry wanted to give him a 5-year deal to where they had the option for the 5th year. He won. He goes, well, it's a year later, so it's still the same amount of time. I'm like, you're missing the point of how he won. He's dictating his future, not letting Jerry dictate it. Because in 3 years, he's still going to be young. Unless a major injury happens, that's still going to be that. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. He's going to get paid.
I'm glad you brought that up because I think the major injury has come and gone with him breaking that ankle. I think he's going to ball out next year.
Yeah, what he been doing, they're going to talk about, You paying him all his money. He's never been to the playoffs. That man still done his job. He's done his job. That ain't just on him.
Let me flip the script on you like that, because you always getting on my quarterback, and my quarterback ain't never done nothing but ball out. He's on a trash ass defense team.
Hold on. First, let's stop. Your quarterback just started balling the past 2 years at best. Y'all see that, people? Rich is all in that setup world.
NFL consistency rankings for QB. Now, I'm not saying Derek Carr's in the top 5.
Of course he ain't.
But yeah, he's in the top 10, bro. He's in the top 10.
Oh, he's number 10?
No. He's currently number 5. But anyway, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, he ain't 5. 6, 7, 8. Damn, he is hanging on that 9th and 10th spot. But anyway.
See, America, I know QBs.
Here's the thing. You're very lucky because you've got a good one now, and he's young, and you're going to have him for a while. But if you look at Kansas City's history, the team history of the Chiefs, y'all are not very good with quarterbacks. Y'all get veterans and retreads. So
they know we'll not. Hey, this is our first time with somebody that's born and raised.
Yeah. Now that you know that that's how to groom a quarterback, when he has a few off years, and he will because everybody does, please don't say that it's time for him to go or this or that. He's still balling out, and I believe he will ball out at a high level for years. Just
his one ring got him at least 5 years. So
yeah, that's true. But if you look at the 3-year average, and we'll go with the 3-year average because I want to include your quarterback in there because, in fairness to him, he is number 1. Deshaun Watson's in there. Josh Allen's in there. Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, some named quarterbacks. And Derek Carr is in there. And these are consistency averages. Oh, where's the good one? The really good one here. 3 TD, 300 yards, 30 points or more games. He's in there. Your QB, I don't believe your QB is in there. I don't see him. Oh, there. Yeah, Mahomes is in there. He's at number 7. So it's all good.
Anything above 5, below 5 is hate.
No, not really. Because if you look at the ones that are in there, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he's at the top list. He gonna get his.
That bomb, he's better than him.
Here's the reason why Josh Allen is above him. Think about this. All they can do is throw in Buffalo because they don't have good running backs. So that's why Josh Allen's in there. Y'all finally got a good running back.
Yeah, true.
So you got to look at both sides of the coin. And I try to tell people, if we had any kind of defense, that's the difference of 3 games right there. Because we lost that Miami game at the end. We lost the Chiefs game at the end. And I can't remember the other one right now, but we lost it at the end. And all of them were lost on defense. And 2 of them were during the last play of the game.
You see your boy got released on his charges?
Von Miller?
Nah, Jacobs.
Oh, yeah, that's old news. Yeah.
They announced it yesterday.
I know, but the attorneys were working on that for a while. So, yeah.
I forgot you on all the Raiders. I forgot you waste time out your life.
All right. Now, before we close this out, I will have some Raiders insiders on the show in a few months. And we're working on getting some Chiefs insiders on there too. Because, I want to, have this whole big AFC West family. Come on in.
I didn't know it was great. That's all you need to know.
Well, at least 2 out of the 4 teams. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Getting tall.
Ain't he though? Tall and skinny, like a little weed. I'll be ready in just a minute. It's just
okay.
Stand there and look good.
Have you watched Time Athlete for the week?
I checked it out last night. The one with Bubba.
I did not know he was black.
What?
I know he was black. Honestly, I did.
Yes, he's black. He's from LA,
but
Lower Alabama.
That was funny. when he did it, that was funny. But I did not realize he was black, and I was just like, wow, that then he was breaking the sport down. I was like, that much? It was dope how they did it, and it was good listening.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't realize that he was black and it's just him. I was like, God damn, that
It still proves that we got a long ways to go.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I give Brandon Marshall credit for he's trying to take this show. I just need him to shut up a little bit more. I need him to shut the fuck up a little bit more.
Yeah, he do be cutting them off quite a bit.
Yeah, he's trying too much to be Walker Concrete. Concrete, how you fucking say his name? I need him to just shut the fuck up and just stop.
I know. All right. Getting ready to close it out. You got a closing shot for me?
Before we go, how do you feel about this whole Pepe Le Pew thing that's going on?
I glanced over it while I was looking at the internet this morning. Tell me what's going on first, because
basically he's getting canceled by Warner Bros. Like he was a problem.
What did he do?
Just we're canceling sexist cartoon characters. What really, people? This is what we come to. We're gonna cancel something from what, the 1920s?
Just like we were talking about last week, the Dr. Seuss books. They've been going for 40 years now, 50 years, what? And now you decide to cancel it?
This whole cancel culture is getting so out of hand.
It's going a little bit too far.
I don't even know it's even legit anymore. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm through. I'm through. I can't even watch a good Saturday morning cartoon anymore now.
It's just like you might as well sleep till 12.
No, that'll never happen with my little one.
No, I feel you.
All right. Well, we're going to close it on out for today, but we'll be back with some more goodies next week for everybody. Kevin, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
No problem. We'll be better prepared next week, everybody. We got a short one. Is on me this week. Got to get adjusted to my my soccer all-star and her schedule. Bro, I'm going to send you her schedule. It's fucking mind-blowing.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, though. Speaking of schedules, I want to remind you and everybody else, because remember I told you I would get with you and let you know when we were going to be doing the show in a remote location.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, August 28th.
Okay.
I have Rock the Parkway in the morning. So sometime either that afternoon or that evening, we will do the video podcast from there, Saturday in August.
Most deaf. We can do it on the deck at the crib if it ain't raining.
Okay. Sounds like a plan then.
But just real quick, like I said with her, rec league, she's been playing since kindergarten. 8 to 9 games season. Every weekend a game. Practice maybe twice a week. Bro, she's practicing Monday through Friday, 4 to 6. I just got her schedule. See it in my face. Counting the tournament. 15 games. I'm talking like a game on Wednesday, a game on Tuesday, another game on Thursday. Or, game on Friday, game on Saturday, shit like that. From this Saturday clear to the middle of May.
Well, man, that's what's up, man. You gotta run in training, get her ready for them U.S. World Games, them Olympics, and all that.
I had to sign some papers saying that I trust the school doing everything in their power to keep COVID away, and if she gets it, we won't sue them.
They getting about it.
I was like, what is really going on? And my favorite, we had to talk. Well, I haven't talked to her. I think her mama did. Talk to her about boosters. I'm like, aren't we in high school?
It starts early. It starts early, bro.
I didn't know that. So we had to, because her mom said she had to fill a whole form about that. So we got to worry about boosters coming to these high school kids trying to. I was like, this is ridiculous. But yeah, we got to get somebody that kids play multiple sports, see how they handle that. Because this is just a lot.
They gonna do you like that.
That's why I'm glad mine play the same sport. That way when the youngest get there, she want to keep playing. It's easy, but man, think about it. One was playing, one doing track, one doing. I will be drinking every day.
Mm.
I'm gonna get off. I know we got to end it. Everybody be easy. Have a good one. We'll be back next week. Longer one, better one. We'll get our times together. As always, remember, can't go wrong wearing red because you're definitely a Chiefs fan when you do.
That's just for you, Kev. Everybody, stay positive, stay blessed.
Red, he literally has on red from head to toe.
Bro,
You know,
I'm gonna get. But you know what, y'all? Not only do I want y'all to stay positive and stay blessed, please realize that Kevin has on a black shirt.
Everybody want to wear black.
I know.
Hey, after Sunday's interview, everybody wearing black.
Mm. All right. Good night, everybody.
I'll let your boy. Don't yell.